You're going to get to play Pantheon really freaking soon. Visionary Realms announced today a massive and very ambitious change in how they're going to be dealing with testing access for the game, as well as content creation. Not content creation like this, content creation as in new zones. It is something many players will get to see with the launch of the new AVP zone, at least part of it, for the indie MMO coming on February 17th as the start of their seasons. But a new zone isn't the reason for this video. The reason is they're massively expanding testing through a 6-week season system. The seasons will include new playable areas each season, and during those 6 weeks at different times, every pledge level will get a chance to play. Yes, that means not just pre-alpha and alpha level backers, but everyone who backs the game at any of their pledge support levels will get to play. Pledge support levels that start at $50 for access, which at this point I guess is like $20 less than Redfall. But there's some additional details here, so let me explain exactly how this season is going to work. Visionary Realms is moving away from the testing phases being tied to specific tiers, and instead breaking pledge tiers down into supporter, champion, and VIP. The pledges were already broken down into those sections, but there's an added importance in relation to seasons. The 6-week testing seasons will take your pledge level into account of when you'll get to test and for how long during the season. Supporter pledges would essentially be the former beta pledges. Champion pledges are the former alpha pledges. And VIPs, well, they're the VIPs, the pre-alpha pledges. And we actually already have the dates for the first season. The season will run from February 17th to March 29th of 2024. VIP pledges will get the first crack at the new season and the new zone starting February 17th, all the way through the 29th of March. Champions will get started just under a month later on March 16th, and again will go through the 29th. And finally, supporters, which includes the $50 pledge tier, get access from March 23rd through the end of the season on the 29th. It breaks down to continued 24/7 access for VIP pledges, which they've had for a while. 2 weeks per every 6 weeks access for champion pledges, and 1 week every 6 weeks for the lowest tier pledges. I can't help but see this all as a big step forward for Visionary Realms and for Pantheon. Not just because it's ambitious in how it is tackling like the addition of content and giving themselves basically timelines that they have to meet those timelines to get that content out and posting those timelines publicly. 6 weeks before after this first season, we should be getting a new part of the zone. And to be clear on the zone, the first season is going to include the AVP Orange, which was shown in the last update we got, the producer's letter, and then subsequent updates I'm expecting to have other parts of that zone, although that hasn't been confirmed yet. There's also the whole ambition of having so many more testers in, because as you go down in tiers, obviously like the VIP tier is going to be the smallest number of players, the players that could afford that kind of pledge, and then the alpha tier, which is going to be a much larger tier, but still not nearly as large as a tier that would essentially cost the same as you would pay just to buy the game outright, $50. What I think of it as a good step forward is that they're doing this after so much rancor happened at the end of last year. And they've been doing that since then. Since everything that went wrong with the announcement of 247, the leak of the NDA and everything like that, which made me make a video like this. MMO Bomb dropped an article earlier this month titled, "Yep, I'm officially worried about the future of Pantheon now." This has created a firestorm around Pantheon, and to be completely honest with you, rightly so. I'm gonna be straight up with you in this video at the outset. I'm probably gonna be a bit more frustrated and negative in this video than some other creators have been. And it's because I'm frustrated. Since then, they've done a lot of really good things, like completely going back on 247 and really doing what the community had asked them to do, for better or worse. They also dropped the verbal NDA, which really freed up a lot of people to talk about the game if they would so like, and really increased transparency. In the Discord, they created a whole channel which basically keeps track of everything that they announce or that gets said in all different channels. So you can kind of keep track of new developments as they're said. Everything from crafting details to new concept art to new character art to new environment art, all there in the Discord for everyone to see. They've been hosting several Q&As, and in every single one of them, since that one Q&A where they were announcing 247, they've all been much more upbeat. They have brought in alpha testers to test the game. They've done 2 stress tests. I believe it's 2 at this point. They've done a streamer week, which had no visual NDA, so you could stream it. I was able to stream it, and you can actually see my stream here on this channel of that game. I think I streamed about 3 hours of it. And now they're expanding the testing. They're opening it up to more players to go in and play. And yes, with more eyes comes more scrutiny. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people that just find out that no, this is not what they wanted, but at least they'll get to try it. And if you're anything like me, once you get to play the game, you'll see the promise, because it is the game that I want. It's the game that I've been wanting for years. It's the game that I've wanted since EverQuest 2 kind of went in a path that I didn't really want it to. But also the thing that I have been wanting for a while now is just more content to show, and that's what they're getting. We're getting a new zone, new things to see in the game, and that makes me really excited for what's to come. We've already gotten to see new NPC models. I will continue to say how much I really like the snake and how it freaking jump scares me. Like, it looks like it slithers and it creeps me the fuck out. How realistic that little slither animation is. Also, just I really enjoyed the new NPC models I've seen in the game, so it's exciting to see. But I think it's important to put here, just like with every other indie MMO, while you're getting access by pledging, the pledge is to support the game itself. Kind of like the $250 I paid for Ashes of Creation Alpha 2 access earlier this year. Don't go rushing to pledge just to gain access to the game, especially if you don't have the money to. I see these indie MMOs as absolutely essential to the genre I love, one that has looked increasingly bleak as big projects have been announced and cancelled, or have been dreadfully over monetized. But that's another subject altogether. I want Pantheon to succeed. I want Ashes of Creation to succeed, Fractured Online, Embers Adrift, Monsters and Memories. I want all of these games to succeed because I feel like the genre has been very one note for probably 10 to 15 years in chasing something that I think is unobtainable. The same success that WoW had and was able to capture in a bottle in 2004. But wait, before didn't I say we were gonna get to play soon? And now I'm saying that if you're pledging at the $50 tier, you're not gonna get to play until like the end of March. Well, there's actually another test. There's a stress test coming on February 10th. It'll run for 24 hours from 10 a.m. PST. Note that this will not include the new zone, but it is the first time anyone in the beta access tier of pledges will get to play. That's all the Pantheon news I have for you today, so go forth and enjoy, or go play some Enshrouded, or some EverQuest Anniversary, or some World of Warcraft Season of Discovery, which will be opening up the second part soon, or Final Fantasy XIV's new expansion, or WoW's new expansion, or Nightingale, or shit. There's a lot of stuff out there, isn't there? There's a whole lot. I'm still playing Baldur's Gate 3. But there's even some new MMOs that are coming soon this year. You can see that in this video right here. See if any of them are up your alley. My name is Redbeard Flynn. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.